I Love It Spicy is your place to go if you need some heat and you need to know about the best products for flavor and fire. Our reviewers will quench your every desire. Information is here, lovers of spice. It might seem naughty, but it's so nice. Don't be scared about the things we mention. We're here to help you and cause you no tension. Watch our videos, we'll show you the way. There's something spicy each and every day. I Love It Spicy.
Welcome to the first Makers Roundtable. We have a few makers here. Some from the young bunch, the Rat Pack, as a lot of people like to call them. We'll start with the first one over here to my left. Jeremy, introduce yourself.
Hi, Jeremy Walsh from Bigfats Hot Sauce. Bigfats, one word, apostrophe S. We started it in 2009 and got 8 core sauces, 3 or 4 short runs, and we're just moving on.
All right, so we'll move on to Ed.
Thanks, sir.
All right, Ed.
What up?
Tell us a little bit about Born to Hula.
Yeah. Tell us about the company, who you're from, what you do.
We just
New
want
Jersey.
best
Just to have you people know that there's a little bit of libations going on today.
Born to Hula, creator, best product of the year.
Johnny,
You got that?
we'll get to you. All right, Ed,
Next.
tell them about yourself, Ed.
Me?
Yes.
Oh,
I am Ed.
you know what to say about that.
I like mashed potatoes. Sorry.
When did you start your company?
That was an Exodus.
2010.
What's the name of your company?
Born to Hula.
And your name?
Ed?
Johnny McLaughlin.
Next.
Alright. Seabury.
My name is Steve Seabury. I'm with High River Sauces. And I like listen to heavy metal. Scissor Fight's my favorite band in the whole world. And Iron Lung should have a hot sauce company because his hot sauce would rule.
Now, the man, I'm just going to recognize the man in the corner moderating with me. That's Chuck Evans in the corner from Montezuma Brand. He's going to sit back and laugh at what's going on. This is a mess, but we're going to continue. Thank you for being a part of this, Chuck.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, Johnny, your
I told you I
turn.
get stage fright, man.
Hello. Johnny
This is
McLaughlin,
better than a comedy.
owner and founder, chef of Heartbreaking Dawns, founded October 2009.
Hey!
Of hot sauces, chutneys, dry rubs, and more. All a delight to the taste.
And one point about Johnny, although Johnny's going to act probably the most drunk here, he's the only one not drinking. All right, Joe, your turn.
Johnny concocted this.
Joe Leicht, but
That's why I can't come up.
my name is Joe Leicht. I do go by Flaming Joe, and I've heard all the jokes.
Is that your last
whatever.
name, Light? That's neat. I never knew that.
I don't think I knew it either, but now
It's
I
a joke.
Oh,
You drink light beer?
No, the whole Flaming Joes. Oh, you're flaming? Yeah, whatever.
Oh, I never thought of that.
Implying that I'm a little light in the
Like
loafers.
your,
What?
yeah, you like
Started
jalapeno
professionally
peppers.
2008
I still understand the
with
light.
one
It's
product.
a great reference.
And that product was?
The Caribbean style jerk sauce, which won the amateur SCOBY grand prize. I'm the reigning, since they discontinued the SCOBYs for amateurs, reigning champ still.
Very good.
Legacy.
Hey, here.
Okay, we're the young makers here. We're going to talk about a few topics, try to keep it positive if we could. And if it goes negative, these will be on these clowns. We're going to start off with the favorite chili pepper and the pepper you have not worked with but want to work with. Ed, since you're so talkative today, we're going to start with you.
What?
Favorite pepper. Favorite
My
pepper
favorite,
you've not
habanero.
worked with yet,
A
too.
regular habanero, orange habanero. They're in all my sauces.
They've not worked right.
Love it.
Love the flavor. I'm a big fan, too. What was the pepper that you've heard about or haven't worked with that you want it? Or in presently working it?
Dr. Pepper.
I always want to do J Peach Scorpion. That's who he was.
The
'cause
dragon?
We all did one together. We all split that
That
up
piece?
at Bowers, and it was so much fun.
Torture.
And it was delicious, and we all got lit up, and
It was quite brutal.
it was awesome.
It was brutal. I still have nightmares of that fucking pepper.
Yeah, but the beginning of
Jade-
the beginning of it was so.
Ghost Scorpion. It was like Peach's. Jade's
I
Peach
saw
Ghost
fields,
Scorpion.
and then also.
It was a weird looking pepper too.
It was.
Yeah,
All right,
and
Steve.
You introduced that. Yeah, that's awesome.
Your favorite pepper?
My favorite pepper is a pepper that's not invented yet. It's going to be about 6.7 Scoville units.
Molten lava.
It's going to be the lava pepper, dude.
What's it called?
It's a lava pepper. And no, I don't know. I just I don't know, dude. I just like I don't know, man. I think my next pepper I'm gonna probably do is the jalapeno pepper.
Jalapeno. You don't have any sauce with jalapenos?
No jalapeno.
Why is everyone going hot, man?
I'm going less hot.
Are you going hot?
That's my 2014 motto is less hot is better.
Package.
Yes.
Packing?
Instead of a 5-ounce woozy, I will be doing a 4-ounce woozy.
All right. Johnny.
Dude, my favorite pepper has always been Scotch bonnet. Yellow Scotch bonnet, red Scotch bonnet, Scotch bonnet. That was my.
Delicious.
Have you worked with the chocolate one yet?
I love the flavor. I don't know. Yeah, you know, we had, you know what I did, chocolate Scotch bonnet is actually in the Firehead Thomas Gately birthday sauce, the chocolate, the Mayan chocolate one. Those are all chocolate Scotch bonnets.
Very good.
That's my favorite pepper, and I don't want to work with any other peppers right now. I think we've got all the core, and I'm at a point where I want
There's not a pepper
less.
out there you think, you know, maybe something down the road, I want to work with that one?
Not right now. The way I feel is I don't want to hear any new peppers. Like I'm good, and I want to make.
What about some of the older peppers that people aren't using?
See now those.
Giddy up.
I don't think I'm ready for. I think I
There
got a
are
lot of
Walsh,
work.
Cascabels. There's not a lot of people. There's a few people occasionally doing something, but some of the older traditional Anuum chilies are some of the ones I think are more interesting. The Guajillos,
Hobbit.
those type of
He
things.
and
the
the
habanero, you don't get any older than that.
I know. Seriously, I think for right now, I got my hands full telling
In
people
your
about
mind.
the peppers that
Guajillo
we've
is
got.
amazing.
You know, we're doing a Reaper sauce. We got one coming out. You know, but just because I think we have the. I want to get in on that one, but I'm still explaining to people what our scorpion stuff's all about.
Exactly.
I'm
And
still
here's what I want to
hold
say.
up,
One thing.
you know?
Well, Ed's willing to talk. I got to get him on
Everyone's
camera.
moving way too fast in this industry. We're popping out sauces left and right every day. I got a new sauce. I got a new sauce. No one knows the old sauces you had.
I have 3 sauces.
Everyone knows about the sauces.
About to be fine.
Ed's
But
still
see, that's what Ed's saying is
Everyone
exactly
knows
what.
about the sauces in your
correct.
sperm bag right now. They don't care. Like, holy shit.
We
He's
did
got
that,
so much.
and I'm finding out
I'm
now.
done with that, man.
I want to tone it back. Like
3 years. I've been in business 3 years. I have 7 sauces out. Is that insane?
And what
How
you-
long did Tabasco put up sauces?
But you know what?
One sauce.
You
in
tell
how many
people
years?
about your newest one, and you
140
forget that
years.
they don't even, they've never
Ghost
even
sauce
tried
has
your
been
140?
Ghost sauce has been out for 7 years. For 3 years. 3 years.
Probably 130 years.
Just won the best sauce.
This is why you're here, Chuck. The historical information you can throw out.
What happened?
But Ed
It's
is
moving
correct.
way
He's
too quick, man. Everyone's got to slow
There's
down.
too many chilies, and there's too many
Please.
chilies that aren't close enough.
Please.
They're not that's why I mentioned some of the older chilies. You can get some very distinguished flavors.
Well,
And I just gotta realize it's
that's the problem too, where it's like a lot of like the purist angle.
We're moving
You know,
too
it's like
fast.
take scorpion for example. You know,
What's gonna come
basic
after?
scorpion sauce. Now people want. Well, I want a Moruga scorpion. I want a Baltic purple scorpion sauce. Who's
Yes.
gonna do one of those?
And
What's
you
gonna
know,
come after Ed's?
No, I got a basic. I got a basic
After
scorpion.
Ed's
But
pepper,
you know
Ed
what's
Curry's
interesting
pepper.
about the scorpion?
What's
is
gonna be
it's-
hotter than that?
The
And then
scorpion
20,
chili
all of
in
us are gonna
Trinidad, you
make
just call red
20,000
peppers,
sauces.
are all land
Kidding?
races, and you know they're named after a lot of them towns. Barakapoor's a town, Moruga's a town. 7 Pots just distinguishes one chili or warm up 7 pots of chili. Brain Strange just the name because of the look, but they're all within like 5 miles, 10 miles of each other. They're all basically and essentially the same chili
Right.
because they're all land races.
Yeah.
But you're right. There's too much. I'm for example, I'm not trying to hog the session, but I want to just point something out because you made a good point. on my
You
Trinidad
made a good
Scorpion.
point. You or I made out.
We both.
I was getting freaking out, man. I'm
But the
pissed
Trinidad
off.
Scorpion, I just put
I'm
Cobra
pissed off.
bars. It doesn't matter whether it's 7
Couldn't get him going. Now look at him.
or whatever.
Everyone's
Then
got
it's
1,000
gonna-
sauces.
Moruga Scorpion is just the Trinidad Scorpion grown in Moruga.
Moruga, exactly.
Yeah, all the this one came out. Yeah, I gotta make it. But there's no the ancient chilies or whatever the hell they are that I'm using. No one's doing that crap, right?
Well, you're actually doing things that were done many years ago.
Just bring back the old school, dude.
And that's kind of what my point was.
Hell yeah!
I'm bringing I'm bringing back the boombox, dude. I'm bringing back the boombox.
We're going street. Yeah, let's run
No,
out
I
there.
still invent.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. That's
Number
my
one
point.
cause
I'm
for
going
situs.
both.
All right, let's go to Flamin' Joe. Joe, what's your
Wow.
favorite pepper?
Actually, I just like, I love jalapenos. We grill them up all summer long. I'd like to make more of a green jalapeno sauce, tomatillo, that kind of stuff. A little more flavor. The heat. Everyone's bringing the heat. But
Dude, me and you
bring
on the same
flavor.
page, dude. I'm bringing back old school non.
All right, so what pepper would you like to use?
You know, I would like to just work with the jalapeno.
You're just happy with what you have. There's no
I
new
don't really
pepper
do a
or
lot of jalapeno. The strawberry jalapeno jam, but I want to do more of a green sauce, really.
Birdies.
Bernie's
Very
awesome,
interesting.
and the
Sea
quiet
green.
Jeremy Walsh from Big Fats. What would you? What's your favorite pepper?
Favorite? I have to divvy it up between a couple, but I'm a big fan of Serranos.
Yeah, big up Toronto.
Serranos are bombless. Absolutely.
But I also really like the flavor of 7 Pots. They have that really nice fruity floral thing going, and they got the heat. But again, on the opposite side of the coin, you got the Serranos, which are the lower heat, which it's a split here and there. But Serranos have a really great fresh flavor to them.
Mild heat, so we're
It's a
all
milder
the
heat,
same.
yeah.
But
I
you
mean,
know something?
and things are trending. They're really trending in
Scotch
both
bonds.
directions.
I
You're
said
getting your
habaneros. You said
you're getting your crazy like spike heats, and then a lot of people are trending lower. So the middle section is maybe getting lost a little bit, but there's so many right now in the middle that I don't think people really have to worry about that.
So, what's funny about all this, because I agree, like, I don't want to put out back-to-back extreme heat sauces, but no matter, I can't change the fact those are always going to be my best seller right now.
They are. Everyone's always
They
going
may
to go
not be
for
my
that.
best sauces, but my best sellers are always my hottest.
Right.
John,
People always
let me
go
just
for
let me
But
just
that's
ask you
also
something. You just
in
said
a
best
hot
seller.
sauce market.
Yeah, you
know,
sell at farmers markets and your brisket thing. Do you sell your best hottest sauces? I mean, your hottest sauces sell better there at farmers markets.
They do, and I think the reason being is the people who are buying the hottest products taste without tasting it for somebody else who can take all the heat offsets the other ones. So I think in any forum right now, our hottest sauces are always our best sellers.
Let me just ask Chuck. Chuck, you've been doing farmers markets, right? With sauces. Is your hottest stuff selling, or is it just flavorful?
There's two. It's a very interesting that you bring that up because I have an extremely wide range of mild, mediums,
Yeah.
and hots and super hots, and every segment sells well. The milds appeal to the entry level and the people who are older and the younger kids. The hots appeal to a certain group, and then the super hots appeal to others. And yes, the answer is I sell a lot of super hots, but overall I sell a lot more mediums. I mean, just
what he said made a lot of sense. That's exactly. You got to sell to each people. The medium, the milds, the mediums. Born Hula started with selling milds, and because that's what I wanted. I wanted milds. I was sick.
So you're meeting the demand.
Huh?
The demand is to get hotter.
Yeah. Well, now.
When someone comes to you, go, I want something hotter. You're now thinking, well, I guess I got to put something
Yeah.
out
Well, I
hotter.
had mediums, and then I had the ghost sauce, Ghost of Andrew.
You almost have to cover all markets to hit everything.
Absolutely.
A good
Listen
example.
to what everyone says.
Yeah, a good example is Jeremy's line. He arranges it, in by numbered sequence too.
Yeah, he ran out of numbers.
You look at K-John. You look at my line. You look at anybody's line who has a line, and you realize why are we making certain products, sauces, hot sauces, salsas. We're making it for a certain group, but if you exclude a group, Like I, for a long time, had only a couple mild products, and I started adding a couple more mild because I was too skewed one way, and I was losing. And now I've actually kind of balanced it out a little bit more, and that's real important, is to balance your line, because everybody is not going to eat hot, and everybody's not going to eat mild, and you got to cover. If you really want to cover your bases, you got to cover them.
My number one selling sauce is Hellacious, and that is the pansy pink purple panty pull down sauce.
But it has a nice.
No, but my Hellacious, man, that is my number one selling sauce.
It's got a good heat to it.
It's got a good heat to it, but it's not as hot as my Rogue and my Tears of the Sun.
And it's low carb.
Well, now everyone's got the people that come up. Give me your hottest.
Always.
And I got tired of that, so we started making the limited run. So
that's only a small percentage.
Right, and I only do a small run, but it's one more sale that helps me make money so I can do these shows. So instead of losing that one sale, I had to.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You've got to cover. You've got to.
And I don't necessarily like the sauce myself, but I had to like. It's really not one I use.
That's why I put out the Rogue, dude. They look at it and be like, dude, you got anything fucking hotter than Hellacious? I'm like, yeah, dude, I got Rogue, dude. Banged up.
I don't necessarily like it, but try it.
I love my Rogue sauces. They got the blood oranges in it and shit. It's fucking selling good, man, but it's not my number one selling sauce, dude.
And this weekend we've sold more strawberry jalapeno jam, which is like our mildest thing.
You got the 808 brownies to thank for that.
Alright, so we're in the mild world. Let's go back in the hot sauce world.
Okay,
I have a ghost advantage.
Well, for me, my 3 best sellers are always my 3 hottest. And at this show particularly, it's my 2 hottest and my 2 lowest. And like I said, everything in between, it's really a sibling of people are liking it.
So no one knows.
But they're always going for the lunch.
That's funny because today my best seller was our mango habanero, and that's like
on the lower end.
That's weird because our original 3 are far percentage from the specialty pepper line,
right.
And at this show too, it's always been the numbered ones. For some today.
You know why? I'll tell you why that's happening right now. I'll tell you why that's happening. This is my prediction.
Because we're jumping off.
No, because this is what happened. Because you're getting people that now never liked hot sauce before. So these people are like, oh, I'm hearing about all this hot sauce, bang, bang. We see they're starting to get into it. So they're not going to jump in the deep end of the pool and start eating fucking scorpion peppers. They're going in and eating the mild stuff. So that's why, like, I go to all these shows, man, and I'm like, hey, how many shows you gone to? Oh, it's my first show, or it's my second show. So these people are all new. So they're not going to want to get their ass ripped up.
But the fact that they're there.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
The shows now.
No, exactly.
The
mainstream is connected now in the hot sauce world.
Right.
We see everywhere. McDonald's has a fucking habanero fucking burger, whatever. It's mainstream now. Like it or not, it's being. Sriracha has toilet paper now. You know what I'm saying? So people now they're coming in and they're newbies, man. They're like, dude, this shit is too hot. I'm not interested. I want something mild that I can eat and enjoy my food with. That's why my Hellacious is.
Once they start eating a habanero instead of eating a scorpion, they're gonna be like, yeah, I'm in the chili world, man. I'm in it, man.
You're always gonna get your jerk off jocks that want to get their face ripped out.
I'm eating Hellacious. I'm in it, man.
But I'm saying it's my number one selling sauce is my mildest sauce, and it will always be my number one selling sauce, and that's just the way it is.
It's delicious.
All right, we're going to move on. Hey, listen up. Steve's going to start off the next one. You want to name your favorite hot sauce that isn't yours, nor any of these guys in the room, so you won't be humping the leg like Johnny would normally do. Like all over your grapes of wrath or whatever you'd say.
Oh, my grapes of wrath is my favorite sauce ever.
No, this is Steve.
I think, why do you want to say something true?
I think my favorite hot sauce is the 1619 sauce.
All right, someone is not in the room.
That's a tough fucking question, man.
It's very hard for you guys when you're so busy at these shows to walk around.
It is. I didn't even get to walk around today to try sauce. I actually tried Chaz's sriracha sauce today at literally 2 minutes before we're closing down. But man, that's a tough one, man.
Want to come back? Go over to Johnny? I know Johnny's got like 100 answers.
Let me think about this one. That's a great question, though.
I don't know right now.
Anybody have an answer?
Right now, my favorite sauce. My favorite sauce I'm using that's not my own and not someone in this room, is the Queen Majesty Scotch Bonnet Ginger Sauce.
I was gonna say there's some great.
I love that shit. You know, there's so many people making sick sauces that have no idea that this exists.
Right.
You know, and they're dynamite sauces.
Yeah, I got a Serrano sauce right at a farmer's market by my house, and that's all they do. And it's incredible.
Love for just a basic, like, again, I love Scotch Bonnet. Those Howler Monkey sauces, I think they're awesome. Those ahi chumbos, man, they're simple. Table sauce, Scotch Bonnet, no frills. No bells, no whistles.
All right, Joe, you have any?
Actually, I think the one we use at home, Jack's Tailgaters, cayenne garlic. It's a nice, real flavorful, put on pizza. You know, just a good, great all-purpose sauce.
All right. Jeremy, you got one?
I'm a big fan of Matouk's.
That's a good one. I like that.
God of mercy.
It's been a while.
There's one I can't remember the name right now, but it's a smoked habanero sauce from a guy in Colorado. It's like Harold's or Harry's, something along those lines. But it's so good that I've been just using it so sparingly. I've had it for over a year, and I'm down to like this much, and I don't want to use it because I don't want to lose
label? Is it a brown
label? It is. It's like a paper label.
Hobby Habanero is one of their varieties. They do 3 sauces, and I can't remember.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
It's really it's a nice roasted habanero, and it's just got the right amount of heat with some tomato and garlic, and it's a simple sauce. It's just delicious, though. I mean, it makes everything you put it on that much better. So. That's one of my favorites.
Well, hopefully you'll remember before the session is over.
Probably
Ed,
not.
you got one?
Probably not.
Favorite hot sauce is not yours to anyone in this room.
In this room? No.
Not in this room.
No, I don't.
You don't have any other sauce you use?
No.
Mine came to mind, dude.
Frank's.
Frank's, really?
Actually, shout out for Lucky Dog.
Lucky Dog.
Lucky Dog.
Absolutely, dude. Lucky Dog is
I love everything about Lucky Dog.
Yeah.
His packaging, everything.
Mine,
Awesome.
like putting together the New York City Hot Sauce Expo and the Screamin' Mimi's. I mean, I get literally hundreds of hot sauces, and I get so many hot sauce companies that I never even heard of before. I'm like, wow, where are these people?
Dumps them out.
Because they're not coming to the shows. You know, they're not doing it. But one of my favorite sauce companies right now that I love to use their product all the time. And like I said, this reverts back to the question before when you asked me about pepper. I want to make a milder sauce using jalapeno, like we discussed. But NW Elixirs in Portland, Oregon, dude.
Oh man, that green sauce.
Dude. That green sauce.
Best green sauce. No offense to anybody, that's the best green sauce I ever had.
It is beyond.
My salsa
awesome.
Tomorrow, and I got a bottle of it in the bag over there. Is going to be made with that sauce.
He is a Jedi warrior with his fucking verde sauces, dude.
That is incredible.
So, I mean, it's. And then, like what John was reverting back to, like,
is he from Brooklyn?
No, but there's so many awesome sauce companies coming out of Brooklyn.
Portland, Oregon.
I mean, if you look at geographically throughout the United States right now, I mean, for the Screamin' Mimi Awards, I'm getting so many sauces from around the world. Well, not from around the world. Well, a lot from around the world, but a lot from the United States. But man, Brooklyn, man. Shit's coming out of Brooklyn that you guys all need to jump on board because they're using shit that
very cool
flavor profiles. You be like, what the fuck are they thinking of? It's awesome, and people better start paying attention to New York because I'm sick of going out in Texas. Like, Brooklyn. So Brooklyn in the motherfucking house. Well,
New York
in the fucking house.
New York in house.
Hey,
New York in the fucking house.
You know what? There's not enough of though too that I like because there's
Chicago sauce.
No, man, is like. And I'm just as guilty of it myself. Is like everyone is working on doing very unique, very standalone, cutting edge sauces, but I don't think there's enough people in the industry right now just doing a basic, everyday, no frills table sauce.
Well, Ed's got it. Ed's got like 3 of them.
Every day.
Ed's got 3 of them, Johnny.
10 of them.
Oh yeah, no, you know which one? His actually.
Oh.
The last time
give him props. Give him props.
Yes.
You know, with this being the start of the year, I had his stuff last time I saw you.
You don't have to look at me in the eye.
The Guajillo one.
It's awesome.
That Guajillo one, we sailed through as a just table sauce. I was just putting
But you're not supposed to mention the sauce makers in this.
Yeah, you weren't. You're breaking the rule. Johnny, you're going to get the next question.
What's that?
All right. Then we're going a little bit more serious than we have been.
What's your favorite sauce besides anyone in the room.
He said
I said.
Queen's something
Queen
or
Her
other.
Majesty Scotch bonnet ginger sauce.
Brooklyn.
There you go. All right, Johnny. This is a harder question for everybody, but what's the most difficult thing about this business that the obstacles or whatever it might be that, I mean, we're talking co-packers, but let's say the most difficult thing that you've had. I mean, you've had a different level of success than other people because of the TV stuff, but what have you encountered that's been the most difficult part of it?
For me, the difficult part right now, or like the past year, has been kind of figuring out the line of like, you know, going after the difference between like short-term sales and long-term sales. Like, I'm realizing now, like, I need to spend a lot more time demoing and like following up with the people who already have my products, and you know, and like some days I wake up like. That could be a pain in the ass. Like,
I don't want too much demoing.
I don't want to. I don't. You know, some days I don't want to spend a Saturday in a store that already carries our products, telling people about it. You burn out on that really quick, and you want to, you know, getting more aggressive and trying to get larger sales. Finding a balance where it's like demoing enough to support stores we're already in, where I'm not getting burnt out on standing there all day telling people about Classic Gold and like. Chasing like new accounts, you know, that's the most, or even finding the time to demo. That's the most difficult thing for me right now, is like the balance between like new business and nurturing existing customers.
All right, Joe, what about you?
Well put.
Wow.
It all sucks.
We've actually, it's come
Shouldn't
to
have to do that anymore, man.
I think just recently we've come to the realization that the way it's going is pretty much a hobby, because the full-time jobs are
still there.
Are paying the bills, paying my insurance, I'm getting, you know, my vacation days. So it's really hard to, again, burn up your weekends doing farmers markets, chasing things where you're working Monday through Friday, then Saturday and Sunday also you're back at your real job, loading the truck in and out. I'm like getting older, so the hardest part right now is just doing this, grinding it out, and I don't know if we want to really grind it out to the point of building from scratch the business. So I think we're going to stay kind of like we are.
Feel like you're at a crossroads right now?
I think we've actually went through the crossroads, and we're sticking to. We're just going to be a small hobbyist kind of thing.
Are you happy with it?
Yeah, it keeps me involved in.
And get to hang out with these drunks.
Yeah. The community and friends that we've made, I don't want to lose that, so we're going to stay involved enough to keep doing this.
All right. Fellow Chicagoan, Jeremy.
Right.
What's your hardest part? You're fairly new compared to some of the other ones. Well, you're about the same time as Ed, right?
Yeah, me, Ed, and Steve.
All came in around the same time.
All around the same time. But I think Johnny nailed it right on the head. One of the things that we started in the new year is really trying to not focus on doing more of the bigger shows, but really getting back to the stores that we're in, building the relationships at the stores we're in, because the more you build those relationships, the more those stores are going to just kind of, it's gonna strengthen those bonds, and you know, the people in the stores are going to talk to other people in their industry, and that'll just kind of widen the whole web of what you're doing. Put your pants on.
My panties down.
I'm not moving the camera.
Jeez.
These are working.
My panties down.
But yeah, as far as one of the hardest things, I'd say finding distribution that is trustworthy. You know, something you can really get behind, somebody that's going to take care of you and be with you in a positive business relationship, as opposed to trying to really take you for a lot more than you should allow them to try and take you for, because that's generally what they try and do. You know, they try and take more of a percentage, and everyone needs to make a buck. We're small businesses. We're small businesses, you know.
Let's talk about that. Where's the old guys that we need to get this knowledge from?
But yeah, I think that's really one of the harder things, because you need to know who to trust, and you need to.
And stores are hard to find that trust, right?
Right, and you need to have strong relationships with the stores, because the stronger they get,
Yes,
the
and we
more the
all
order.
make money.
Right.
Sell it like you
And
are.
the personal relationship is going to make those people push
Exactly,
your
and
product.
when there's a when
know?
there's a face to that
They want to
business,
sell your stuff.
it's more personal. It's more personal to everybody, and you know I don't want to sit here and beat a dead horse. I've said it a couple times, but those are a couple of the difficult things, and for us, those are the goals that we're setting for this year is better relationships with stores and
Yes.
trying to get a good relationship with at least one distributor that we can trust.
All right, let's pass the baton to Ed since he's agreeing with you. You want to take it from there? Add
Yeah,
something
I really
to
have
that.
nothing to
Is,
say.
is that what's your hardest thing you've had to go through? I mean, is it something some of these guys said?
Stores in general. They,
Well, obviously, I mean, you had something happen to your company that no one else has happened, so I think that would be.
talk about that.
All right, but you've had a lot of difficulties here. Now, what beyond those have you encountered trying to reestablish? I mean, you've had a lot of positives too. I mean, winning best of show and Zest Fest, best overall product at Zest Fest. You know, I mean, well, which one was that? The Ghost of Ancho was it?
Ghost of Anches. I still make that by hand though. I rent the kitchen. I go there and I buy 20 cases, empty cases. Go there, make a pot of sauce,
But you had a
and I
co-pack.
bottle it.
You had a co-packer before that, right?
Before that, no, I didn't.
No, you were doing that one yourself.
Yeah.
All right. So, have you encountered like is this something you don't want to do that you'd rather? You hear like Johnny's going to Endorphin Farms, product placement. We have.
Try to put.
Well, I think it depends. I think it depends on what you want
What
from
stage?
this business and where you're at. See,
Yeah, well, I've taken it from a hobby, I guess you would say. Well, that's what they call it. But I went to a co-packer. Now I'm in a co-packer, and the co-packers that I've been trying to find cannot make my sauce. So that's a little freaky to me. So I looked to the giants to see how do they do it, because no one can make my sauce.
There's a reason.
but I think there's also room.
Really fast.
There's different calibers of what everyone wants from this business. Even though we're all in hot sauce,
Say
there's
better than
elements that you can't compare because, like we were talking about, like there's sauces I see that they make. They make their 25 cases every Friday. They have their customers. That's what they want to do. They want to craft a local product. They have a certain expectation, a certain goal. Where like I don't want to be in the kitchen making vats of sauce. Like
Exactly. See, that's what
We've done that. We've been there.
I love,
It's frustrating.
I want to come up with recipes,
make
go
my
out and tell
sauce.
people.
I pour it
Give it to a co-packer.
with a Pyrex, whatever glass. I cap it. I shrink wrap it right on the thing.
But you don't want to do that. You want a co-packer.
No, I'm done.
waste of
It's too
time.
much.
Yeah, so finding a co-packer is your difficult
much.
thing.
It's
That's
part,
your
it's
headache.
part of the learning experience. I mean, it's something that you need to do. You can't just
That's how you
make
start, right?
one bottle
Yeah,
of sauce and
I
then
know
go to
where
a
I'm at.
co-packer. You
I
need
know
to
exactly where I'm at.
It helps to go through the whole. It helps to really go through all the processes to know it because you don't start from the bottom and work your way towards the top. You don't. You're going to lose something in the whole process. So if you start
I
with
can
your home
Steve down
batches, move to your bigger batches, do a bunch of cases, 30 cases at a time in your own commercial kitchen, you know all the processes and how to blow up those batches, then yeah, you can go to the co-packers and even walk them through what will
And then
help
it gets
make your sauce better.
crazy. And
But sometimes it
Now
doesn't
all of a
work.
sudden it's like, hey, you have 120 cases you got to be moving.
Exactly.
no one thinks about that. But that's eye-opening.
But true, it does help to go through those early stages of knowing how to make those sauces, how to blow them up, and
The
then
next sauce I'm making is gonna be so easy. It'd be like you just put some spit in it.
All right, Steve. Well, I mean, you've had a different road than everybody else in this room.
This is my
But
philosophy.
what is your headache?
My philosophy is this, dude. This is my life philosophy, and this is my everyday philosophy. I get up.
Suck a bag of dicks?
No.
zing!
Whoa.
I thought that was it.
I get no respect in this industry, and I will continue to get no respect in this industry.
Either
That's
do
fine
I.
with me.
You get what you get, buddy.
True.
No, dude. You know what? Dude, it motivates me to be better than everyone else. So, anyways, when I started playing guitar, dude, I said, anybody that picks up a guitar and you have passion for that guitar and you have your goals to play a fucking cover band, you're an idiot and you're a loser. My goal ever was to get signed by a label, go on fucking tour, and fuck shit up. That's how I have my mentality with this, my hot sauce company. I didn't go like, oh yeah, I want to be a hot sauce company. I'm satisfied fucking jerking off and fucking making 20 cases and selling at a fucking rodeo next door, dude. Fuck that. I want to be in every goddamn grocery store. I want to be everywhere in the fucking planet. That's
and you want to fuck things up.
Absolutely. I'm going to fuck shit up, dude. So what I'm going to do is every day I'm going to work 17, 18, 19 hours a day to do that fucking goal, dude. And I'm not taking no for an answer. I'm going to kick down every goddamn door. I'm going to be in every fucking store. I'm starting hot sauce fucking, expos.
All right, take it easy.
No, dude. You know what? Dude, it's like, dude, if you do things, you do things right. There's no, like, I don't understand, like, oh yeah, I'm whatever, dude. If you're happy with that, I'm not happy with that, dude. I don't.
You're taking the chip on your shoulder in a positive way.
No, but dude, it's like my time is valuable. I do a lot of shit, dude. I own 3 big music festival tours. I work for a record company. I own a hot sauce expo. I own a hot sauce company. I work 7 jobs a day. I don't have time for bullshit, dude. I go out there and I work my ass off, and I want it to be the best. I'm not happy with second-rate bullshit,
But what's the most difficult thing you're going through with all this? You're juggling so much.
The difficult
is it becomes too much with family?
There's not enough hours in a day, I don't get much sleep. I work my ass off, and I concentrate, and I'm like saying to myself, how do I get my hot sauce company to become more popular within the industry? Okay, to get distribution, like you're a band, and your band, like, oh man, we played our first show, man, we should be signed by a record company. No one knows who your fucking band is, and you're not going to sell any records. Same thing with a hot sauce, dude. I have to market my hot sauce so consumers will go in the store and demand that product, dude. Because even if you get distribution, if that shit's on a shelf, they're not going to reorder it. They're going to ship it back, and you're fucked because they're not going to ever reorder any of your new sauces. So my job is to market, and drive consumers to buy my product and buy my new stuff and continue on that way. And one of the reasons why I wanted to do that New York City Hot Sauce Expo is because I live in the biggest city in the world, and one of the reasons why High River Sauces presents, people all over the world are seeing High River Sauces presents the New York City Hot Sauce Expo. I did that because that helps me bridge my sauces to different people, generate awareness, and drive consumers to buy my product. And it's working, and this is only phase 1, dude. Wait till you see the roads unfold of what I'm about ready to unleash on this world. Dude, seriously.
All right. Well, let Steve take a breath. I want to get.
No, it's not
no. I want to go to Chuck.
I am a businessman, and this is a business. And if you don't see it as a business, then whatever. Like I tell young bands all the time, if you don't, this is a music industry. It's a business. This is a hot sauce industry. You must treat it as such. If you don't, then I'm sorry, you're going to be left behind. That's the end of the story, man.
All right. I'm going to move on to Chuck and see if you've got something to add to all this. I mean, you've been around, 60, 70 years in this business, and you've had your share of headaches along the way. What's been the most difficult thing for you?
When I sold the recipe to Tabasco. Ever since 140 years ago.
That's great.
What's really interesting, and I think a lot of people overlook, and I'm not saying it's not meant to be negative, is that everybody's in a different position. You have different goals, you have different goals, I have different goals, and as long as you're working toward your goal, that's fine. In my case, decided I wanted to control my distribution. I have no distributors, I don't want any. I deliver stores direct. I sell to consumers direct. I've kept it small on purpose, which is a real unusual statement. But I'm also the only person who's still around. Now it's working for me. No, it's not meant.
No. I applaud you. This guy has been around, dude. I hope I'm in 28 years.
But in my particular case, I wanted to manufacture. Now, do I love it? No. But I make every single product, every single bottle. Hundreds of thousands of bottles a year. I mean, literally, cap them all, label them all, everything, and put them on the shelf, and sell them direct. I work like you do. I have an incredible amount of workload, which is what I've chosen to do. And so it really depends on where each person's goal is. And so you really can't, there's no formula to the goal. It's just how you get there. What I've found, though, in this industry, which is very interesting to listen to people who are newer, I should say, or in the last 10 years, let's put it that way, is that most aren't around after 5, 6, 7 years. And it's going to be interesting to see who's around in another 10 years. I've seen from the beginning, from 1986 is when I started, probably 4 or 5 shakeouts, major ones, and then they go on all the time. I've also seen the products increase from, and I mean products made with chilies from the late 80s, because I was the original collector, if you want to put it that way, and back then there were only like 4,000 or 5,000 products in the entire world. Salsas, hot sauces, chutneys, anything made with chilies, total. Now there's probably 40,000, 50,000 hot sauces alone on the shelves throughout the world today. It's a whole different ballgame. It's tough, and it's very tough to make it as a full-time business, which is what I wanted to do it, and which I've done for myself. Is it big? No. Is it solid? As much as you can bake it. I've also have one of the biggest gorillas in the room right in my backyard, who I actually helped start. I mean, start manufacturing in the other room. Yeah, so I mean, I got major competition right here in Columbus, and you know the areas I go to. Of course, he's a lot bigger, and he's done it. He's approached it a different way too. And everybody starts differently. You know, somebody may have a lot of money to start, somebody may have nothing. And so it all depends on where you're at. You have a whole bunch of fingers and pies of different businesses. I also have rental properties, and so, I mean, I do too. It's kind of, everybody has their own thing. Is it what we all want to do? Not necessarily totally, but, you know, some people it is. Sometimes you have to also say, gosh, if I want to make this really big, I can only concentrate on, you know, I may still keep it, but I can only concentrate on so many things. So, I mean, it's, you know, when I was younger, I was, 18 hours, I never slept either. And so it's kind of, where do you want to go? And it's very hard to really say, you're doing it right, you're doing it wrong, you need to do this. Everybody has their own measure of success, and that's how they're going to be judged anyway, is by, and it really comes down to what satisfies you, really, in the end, because honestly, that's all we're all really after. You know, I can't control High River Sauces, nor do I want to. I can't make Jeremy's Big Fat Company more successful than this. He's going to have to do that. But we can, we're sharing ideas, and I think it's really interesting to hear this, and then to look at my position and like, I'm a true manufacturer. I had nobody to show me back when I started. I know this sounds really odd, but there was nobody. I didn't know, there weren't canning processes. I didn't have to fool the FDA. There wasn't really the FDA fooling around back then. You basically dealt with your county health department, like in the restaurant business, which I was prior to this. So it's just very interesting. I find that your comments are all really interesting to listen to. And you're right. I think one of the things Jeremy brought up was having your hand into it, whether you're making your products or whether you want to or not. But the process, you got to know the process. And that's something I find that really lacks on a lot of companies that have come and gone. You've probably, even in a few years or a number of years, you guys have been around, see people come and go. Happens all the time. It's an interesting business because the hot sauce industry and the salsa industry as separate industries, it's one of those that you can get into because there's really they're major players, but they've never totally captured it. And there's all these varieties you can expand upon, different sauces. And
this is going to lead me to the next question.